Hey guys, so Lord here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Four Horsemen Studios Mythic Legion's Arethyr wave, the Helphyre Goblin. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, as I said before, today we're taking a look at the Helphyre Goblin. Is part of the recently released / shipped, for those of you not in the know with how Mythic Legions works, well, Mythic Legions Arethyr wave. How about that? I spoiled it. Brought to you by the fine folks over at Four Horsemen Studios. And I gotta say, I was not expecting them to drop another bog goblin. I thought the green one was it. It's like, oh, we got a goblin that looks like a toad. Well, now they're going to do a bunch of goblins that look like toads, because this guy is one of those. And before we get into the meat and taters of the figure, which is basically the bog goblin with a new head and new hands and new feet, he comes with a metric truckload of accessories. And I actually debated on making this a separate clip, just because he comes with a lot. So we're just going to dive into it. I hope I remember everything he comes with, and I don't miss anything like a goofball like I did in the Malafar video from earlier. But here goes nothing, I guess. Comes with an alternate set of grip hands, which are very dark in color. But he does have like the kind of purpley scales on the back that are painted on, and then he's got the regular kind of grip hands. I don't know if these are the same grip hands as Belphegor and the Orc. They seem a little bit more dulled down as far as the nails go. But those are easy enough to swap out. He comes with this gnarly looking armored helmet, which just kind of, if I can bring him up here, just kind of sits on him. And that looks pretty cool. It's nice and snug too, and this will fit on the old bog goblin, for those of you who are into the whole parts swapping thing. It does work for that. He comes with this big old honkin' spear weapon, which the infamous Brother Mandibulus also came with. I think he was the first figure to come with this. And then the Fury Clan Orc. Maybe a couple others after that. Let's see. He also comes with this gnarly kind of... Where is it? Shoot. Ah! Where'd it go? Ah, man, I just had it. There it is. Bone sword, which I think a lot of the orcs come with. I remember, is it Queen Urxa comes with one of these? Which, this is a pretty gnarly instrument right here. He might be sporting this, I'm not sure. But then he comes with a bow and quiver. Some kind of green tipped arrows in there. At least the feathers are green. No loose arrow. And I will say the bow on mine, the string came out. It wasn't tied all the way. But it is tied now, thanks to Mr. Brian. That ain't something you're going to learn in Boy Scouts, kids. And then last but certainly not least, maybe it is, I don't know, comes with a longer tongue, which is pretty wild. And how this works, actually, no, he comes with one other thing. The Bog Goblin head from the first figure in red. So there you go. Which with a little bit of heat, you could probably pop this on easily. Didn't seem too hard. But as for the tongue, you get that on. So just take the head, you pull this out, dump it in your hand. It's the smaller tongue. Woo! Knocking stuff over. And you can just plug this in like that. Excuse me. There you go. There he is with a long tongue. We'll just leave that out for now, so we can focus on his articulation. Because I don't think I've ever reviewed a dwarf-size figure before. I think this is the first. I'm trying to think who was in the last wave. No, I don't believe I have reviewed a dwarf-size figure. But they're essentially the 1.0 style figures, but short. I wouldn't be surprised if you could fit that gnarly dagger in his mouth either. Maybe I should try that. Where did I put that thing? Can he hold this in his mouth? Yeah, you can do that. It's a little big, but you can have him holding it in his teeth like he's a pirate, or just a badass, I guess. But I really love this head sculpt, man. This is the one I'm gonna use, and the face is actually just a separate piece, and you can easily. I'll just pull it off this way, I guess. You can easily pull the face off, or I guess it's the head, but it's mostly the face, and you plug it into the big old warty slab of neck fat that goes on the torso here. And it stays on rather snug, thanks to the shoulder pads here. And he also, of course, has the strap across his chest there. And also, the back adapters. I've been slipping. I hadn't mentioned those in a couple of these videos, but they do all come with back adapters. This guy I don't think needs them. Then the strap is in the way anyways, so he wouldn't be able to use them. But he looks really cool. I really like the look of this figure. Stick your finger in there. Yum, 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 yum. But articulation on this body. The neck rotates on the torso. The head kind of spins around all weird. The shoulders move forward and back, in and out. Or out and back in. I will say the arms on this guy and the orc, Vorthog, I think that's his name. They're a little bit loose in the swivel department, so I'll have to put a little bit of adhesive of some kind on there. Maybe stiffen those up just a little bit. But the in and out's fine. They do hinge forward and back at the elbow, and then they do rotate. He's got a swivel at the gauntlet, swivel at the wrist, as well as a hinge. He's got these two open hands, and like the Belphegor figure, you can easily pop the hands out and swap them out. He does have a diaphragm joint, which moves forward and back a little bit, tilts and rotates. His hips do move forward and back as well. They do kick in and out. He's got a thigh cut, single joint at the knee, swivel at the knee, and then he has bare feet. First time in the line, at least first time on this channel. The orc also has some bare feet. Vorthog, again, I think that's his name. But they do hinge forward and back, and he does have a rocker. So, and peg holes on the bottom of his feet. But he stands pretty well. He doesn't need a whole lot of help with that. Unless I kick him over or something. Then he's kind of screwed. So I'm going to arm this guy up. Literally. And we're going to take a look-see at some size comparisons. Taking a look at some size comparisons. Here's the Helphyre Goblin, all geared up next to a couple other figures from the Arethyr wave. We have, again, I think his name is Vorthog. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments on that one. I'll have it right by the review tomorrow. I promise. And Magnus, the only good guy I bought from this wave. Kind of kicking myself for not buying the Red Shield Soldier. Review of both of these guys coming tomorrow. Up next, here he is next to a couple other goblins utilizing the dwarf style body And as you can see, the Bog Goblin from the first All-Stars wave shares a lot of the same parts as does Gonks from Advent of Decay. So these guys work really well together. And if you wanted to, you could easily take this off and put it on this guy if you want. It does sit a little bit funny on him, but he is tilted down quite a bit. But there you go. Putting that back on him. Chances are this is where this helmet is going to stay because it looks just so freaking gnarly on that red version of the Bog Goblin here. And last but certainly not least, got a two regulars, Brother Mandibulus, also from Advent of Decay, and the infamous Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. So with that being said, time to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and I gotta be honest here, this little guy is a lot of fun. Comes with a ton of accessories, which you can share with the previous Bog Goblin, because I'm not gonna lie, that guy's accessories are a little bit weak. Just saying. But this guy comes with plenty of more unique accessories that I think you can utilize with both Bog Goblins. I mean, yes, it's the Helphyre Goblin, I know, but they're pretty much the same kind of species, just, I guess, different ethnicities? I don't know. But apparently there's going to be some blue Bog Goblins, maybe some purple Bog Goblins, and possibly other types of Bog Goblins. I'm curious to see what the Horsemen do with that. We are going to be getting our first black Goblin head with the Stinkor homage figure later this year, early next year. So it'll be interesting to see what other types of goblins they're going to throw at us. But I think any type of goblin is a good thing. The goblins have slowly, they didn't right out the gate, but they've slowly grown on me over time. I love the goblins. They're probably some of the most fun figures in this line. I am still a skeletons guy, but the goblins here definitely one of my personal favorites. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. So hit me up over on Instagram at Overlord Productions for live unboxing videos. But in case you miss them while I do the live streams and the whatnots, you can watch them on my IGTV where I do post them in their full train wreck glory afterwards. And also hit up the Mythic Legions Cabal on Facebook. Really cool community of people who love this line. But again, I say this in every video, keep the drama to a minimum, please. That's supposed to be for awesome photography, pickups, occasional sales, and awesome customs. Nobody likes to read a bunch of negative stuff in one day. What can I say? And as always, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this figure, if you want this figure, if you're jonesing to get this figure, or if you're going to pass on it. Pass on it at your own peril, I should say. But as always, don't forget to keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I will catch you guys later.